So, after the disaster that was the previous video, welcome back to my Let's Play of the Crash Bandicoot n.sane Trilogy. So we eventually, after about half an hour, plus, we got the red gem in Slippery Climb, but that means that we now have 2 levels to backtrack to, neither of which are among my favourites. Firstly, we have Native Fortress. But surely, no, I dare not say it. I dare not say anything after Slippery Climb. Nothing. Let's do this, but at the very least, no more of these videos, sorry, no more levels in this part will require us to play the game, complete a level without getting hurt. There's no color gems for a while. There are still 2 left. One of which requires us to get another one, but our next colored gem won't be until the lab. Not that I'm looking forward to that, because I hate the lab. And then once we do that, we have Lights Out, which is really not that bad. Shouldn't say anything now. I really shouldn't. Oh, come on. You know, I think I made up for playing as Crash 2 levels in a row. Other than again, no, I don't think the part before was that long, no matter how long I was in Cortex Power 4. I really should have gotten hit there. But, you know, if I don't, I won't complain. I normally end up dying as a result of something afterwards anyway. How was I doing that? Oh, look. The implications for that are so painful to look at. Nope. How do I keep doing that? Why aren't there shields going up immediately? Down I go. I don't think I hit a checkpoint either. Oh, I did. My memory is that bad. Maybe that's what Slippery Climb does to a person. When they stop playing the game for like 40 minutes. Yeah, I said 10 at the end of the last part. It's been well over 10. It's been about 40. If not more. Oh, that was close. Away. Well, I was distracted by the monkey. I'll admit, I was distracted by the monkey. Like, I never actually paid attention to the monkey before. I never noticed that face that he's putting when he does that. Right. This is not going well once again. I really picked the wrong time to play the n.sane Trilogy. Whoa! Because needless to say, I'm not very good at Crash games other than one. Not Crash 1, Wrath of Cortex. I can play that game with no problem whatsoever. But Crash 1, that was close. Crash 1 always gives me trouble. Crash 2, by the time we get to around the 3rd warp room, things will not be going well. And Crash 3, I just don't like Crash 3. But any level that I don't like in Crash 3, which there's a lot of, won't be going well either. See the motorbike, the motorbike, the motorbike, and the motorbike. And Future Frenzy. Never forget Future Frenzy. What? I knew I was going to miss that. See, if that was Crash to Insanity, I would have died. I wouldn't have even fallen halfway down, it would have just faded away. Faded to black. Stupid addition to Crash to Insanity. I get that they don't want you to do all the big platformy sections again, but that's also really annoying on the smaller ones. I'd rather do all the big platforming again rather than actually dying. Especially if you die enough times, it's going to send you back to the beginning of the platforming section anyway. Ooh. Oh, that was close. We saw what happened before. Oh. Timing this one's tricky. I'm surprised I didn't get any legal issues with these, like, piranha plants. I mean, I think they're just called Venus flytraps, but they're piranha plants. They're so clearly piranha plants. You know, they just don't live in pipes, which even then, 3D piranha plants don't do. I wasn't even standing on the cloud for a moment then. This is a bit more of an unusual one. And this is different. This gem platform isn't in the original. In the original, you had to sort of jump down, but they had like some safety gem platforms down there. But you only have just the one platform this time. I don't like it if each crate bounced the rest of them up. You know, I can maybe understand maybe that was beyond the PS1, but you can do it for the PS4. It'd be a nice little touch. Yeah, there would be some. You could just drop down and there'll be some safety platforms. Still kind of easy to miss. I kind of wish there was one more, but in this you just jump down and it'll send you back to where you were. Which I do prefer. I don't know how big these logs of wood are. How big are the trees around here? I mean, I've never been to Australia. I'd love to go to Australia, but I've never been to Australia. I don't know how big the trees are. So many extra lives. Do they mean anything? I mean, they've been a bit more in the original Crash one, where your lives reset, but not in this. Ooh, barely made that. We got the gem. And that's it. But we're still not progressing with the story yet, because, well, I say progressing with the story. There's no other cutscenes until the very end. I guess the boss fights count as progressing through story, but we still have one other level that we had to backtrack to. And once again, it's the bridge level. Thankfully, it's Road to Nowhere, which is still annoying, but not as bad as the high road. Why did I say that? Anyway, this one's got some red gem platform as well. So getting the red gem Mr. Pre-Climb unlocks 2 bonus platforms for this one. Not the bonus platforms, but 2 gem paths for this one. There's one about halfway through, and another one that's right at the end, which requires you to go beyond the goal. I don't want to collect the clock. And great start. Right. Yes, thank you, Sane. I can tell. It's a bit more generous than what Generator Room does by having all of the danger signs right at the end. Whoa! I'm surprised I did that. The Taunt emblem was sort of distracting my view of the Warthog. I couldn't really see it. Right. So the next Taunt emblem does not do that. And they give you an extra life right in front of an extra life. Why not just put that one in a crate? I don't think I've ever seen that. Like, I actually get to the Warthog as he turns around. And as such, he wasn't off screen, so he actually goes back. I don't think I've ever seen that. Let's go! Whoa! Right, gem platform number 1. And this one's got a little bit of a puzzle element to it. So we can't get to that TNT crate yet, so instead we have to bonk this TNT crate, which will activate the switch box, which creates this box, bounce off of this, spin at the height, And you gotta make sure you get all this perfect, otherwise you're not gonna get anything. And that'll create this one. There's no outline box again. I mean, this time it's not exactly something that's easy to miss like it was in Up the Creek. So now, just got to get to the end. We've still got crates to break, but you know, otherwise get to the end. Look how generous they are with lives in this level, because it's like they knew. I mean, this is going by the original. The lives were there in the original, obviously. Where the platforms are a bit more generous to land on. Whoops. Oh god. I do want to be careful because I can't. The warthog can still hurt me. Well, Coco is defying gravity, which she keeps doing. She did it in Native Fortress. And then again, you can walk on clouds. And these aren't like Mario clouds where they actually look like solid objects. These clouds do not come off as solid objects. There we go. I do get really paranoid that I'm accidentally going to jump onto the platform. That would be annoying. Okay, last two gems are beyond the goal. Just have to do a bit more tortoise hopping. I feel sad. I like tortoises. And turtles. And terrapins. I don't even know what the difference between a turtle and a terrapin is. What is the difference? Right, it's what you'd expect it to be. Only it's one is it one platform or two? Somebody can't seem to make up their minds. Right, and there we go. I think this goal is here at the original. I'm not sure if there was a second goal or if you had to backtrack. I don't think they would add an additional goal. Especially since that backtracking in otherwise in platforms you had to make appear already existed. Because you go to the high road before you can do this. Right, but anyway, now it's time to go back to the third island. And continue with our next actual level. I'll be back for you, Boulder Dash. By that I mean you'll be the last level I do. There isn't a boss fight. Lights Out. In fact, it's the gem that gets us into Boulder Dash. However, we cannot get the gem for this one as it requires the yellow gem, which is in the lab. It's the only time in the game when we have a colour gem that requires another colour gem to get. But I hate these levels. Especially the second one. Lights Out isn't too bad because it's quite short. It's the second one, Fumbling in the Dark. You may have noticed that there was a level above this one and below it. Well, just like Whole Hog, this one requires... Fumbling in the Dark requires a key. Unlike Whole Hog... Whoops. And just like Whole Hog, the key is located in the level after the level beneath it on the map. So it's not in this level. Whoops! It's not in this level. It's in Jewels of Darkness, the level after this. Well, I pretty much failed now. That's what this level's like. Aku Aku is your light. So, as you could expect, you have to do no damage runs of these levels. If you get hurt, Aku Aku's gone, and he doesn't. You can't hold a number of Aku Akus in this level. These levels. He's always at level 1, and will always be at level 1. Unless you are super skilled, and are actually capable of doing the entire level in the dark. Getting the relics in this level can also be a pain. Especially the gold and platinum relics, because there's our yellow gem platform. Whoa! Because it's like he was waiting for me. Because you can't exactly jump onto these moving platforms and just ride them. You have to actually jump onto the platform, jump off of it, and then use the things on the side to continue on. So it's pretty difficult timing. But the main trick is to just keep moving. It doesn't work everywhere, but it will work for the majority of the level. So just keep moving forward, and you should be able to do it. Aku Aku isn't permanent, he does get darker and darker, and those last crates are on the gem pack. This is one of, I want to say, 2 levels where you finish on the gem pack. Well, no, I guess 3. There was Road to Nowhere that we just did. I forgot about that one somehow. The other one is... No, actually, there's quite a few, because I think Boulder Dash does it as well. I was going to say up... oh, what's it called? The Great Gate. But, no, there's quite a few. So, I take that back. There's about 4 or 5 of them. Jewels of Darkness, another level with a key. One of 2 levels with a key. Initially, Stormy Ascent was to have a key, but since that level was cut, there isn't one. And as such, the in the n.sane Trilogy, it's replaced with a Brio token. I thought I said in the previous part that I wasn't going to bring that up until I get to Stormy Ascent. That went so well. I really should have just waited. It's my own impatience is the enemy. I played too much Sonic. Like I was playing Sonic Forces of Sonic Mania. It's interesting. This is what I'm like with platformers. I started playing the Tomb Raider reboot. Or the reboot. I've seen reboot that many times. It's fun. The 2013 one, only on PS4. I started playing it in June, and I was mostly playing it. And then the n.sane Trilogy came out, and I started mostly playing that. And then Sonic Mania came out, so I was sort of switching between the two. And I think I touched Tomb Raider like once between the next few months. And then Sonic Forces came out. So I just started going back to it the other day after like 6 months break by like one brief moment of playing it. Like in September. Last time I played it was... Before that it was like June. Of course the n.sane Trilogy did come out at the very end of June. Right, our first Cortex icon. There's one that you need to be particularly careful for. Because I think it does apply, that continues on with this version as well. Because it was a problem in the original, I think it applies here too. Again, I don't remember. It's the same issue I had with that Brio token in Rolling Stones, where you had to make sure you broke the crate. Not the TNT, and that it wasn't through TNT explosion. But that doesn't. That's also here as well. This is in a bouncy crate, I think. No, I don't think it's in a bouncy. It's in a crate. There's a load of them. I died. I think I fell into the pit. Was that the pit? Because I had an Aku Aku mask, so I doubt the snake killed me. But yeah, this level has a blue gem path, so you're going to want to have gotten the blue gem in Toxic Waste. It's the only time in the game, I think, where you don't have to backtrack for the coloured gem. As long as you've got the coloured gem already, then it's a level that you don't actually have to backtrack for. Well, with an actual path that you're required to do anyway, because... Oh, that's a good thing I died, because I missed that crate. I think I've missed that crate before. But there is the green gem platform in Castle Machinery, which isn't required to get any crates. But obviously, you got if you're going for 100%, you need the crates anyway. That is more satisfying to spin into. You've got to be a bit careful though with the speed increase. Again, I don't find it as noticeable in this version. In the original, yeah, I've got to be careful of the speed increase on these platforms. If you're nervous, I would recommend just waiting it out. There's really nothing around here that can really hurt you by like that TNT crate just there, which is easy enough to avoid. And that takes us back to the main path. You don't need to backtrack for anything. You just continue on. Yeah, 112. I think this level has the most crates in the game. Oh no. Okay, good. That was close. I'm really nervous about these bats. I'm just gonna go. Depth perception is your enemy. It's not too bad, but see, I did barely made that platform. I thought the platform wasn't activating for a moment then. Now, I believe there is a point in the level, just like the previous. Well, yep, it applies. Down I go. Completely not paying attention to what's in the foreground. But that's it, yeah. See, that's where depth perception could be a problem. You have got to be careful with that snake, because there is a Cortex icon in one of those crates. So if you spin the snake into the TNT crate, well, obviously you're not going to get the Cortex in. But of course, the problem is that you don't know it's in there. So you're better off jumping onto the snake, which you can just about do. And there's our icon. Icon, emblem, I don't know what you call these things. Icon, emblem, token. Yep, here we go again. Right. There's one's full, so I'm surprised that didn't fall, to be honest. There's our third Cortex icon. It's weird, there are some levels where you can get a bit nervous that you've missed the icon, because you get the first one early on, and then the next one isn't for so much later. I get that feeling every time when I'm in Slippery Climb. The first Brio token is so early on, and then the second one is so much later, and the third one is just a few seconds after it. Right. Jump. Alright, I really hate this part right here. I die here a lot. Right, let's try and make this a bit less embarrassing than before. Well, I say I die there. This is the bit I hate. That is a tricky one to time. Ouch. There we go. This Cortex, just leave your key behind. It's kind of annoying, we're in the castle, but we can't progress. We can't just keep going because it doesn't allow us. Yep. The Wumpa Fruit is your guide. Right. There we go. Just got one taller thing left. Whoa! Again, depth perception. And the end of the level is just over here. Our last crates are actually in the bonus room. There we go. Ooh, let's go back. Because I'm never sure how big these explosion hitboxes are in any game. I can't remember which game it was, but one game did add a blast radius. Oh, I missed the extra life. I know Wrath of Cortex has it. I don't know if maybe Crash 2 or Crash 3 had it first. But I didn't miss this extra life. Or these. There we go. Hopefully that's everything. Can't see that final number. Yeah, there we go. Ugh. This part's quite nerve-wracking. Yeah, and again, there's a pit there. Jump. Especially if you're playing the original version. Jump. That's it. We got the gem in that level. We got the key. Which means that we can go back to Fumbling in the Dark. Which will be the next level we do, which will be in the next part. God, these loading times are long. And then after that we will be heading to Castle Machinery. And then... actually, then it's a boss fight. But next time we'll be doing, we'll be fumbling in the dark. I hate fumbling in the dark. Oh, this game has so many levels I like. There are loads of levels I like. Unfortunately, there's also a load I don't like. But I will see you guys then.